What does it mean to be dominant? I've played at the highest level. I've received the highest award.
Thank you.
But those things did not make me dominant. On this show, I want to interview people from various backgrounds and careers to see what made them dominant. That's why I decided to partner up with Mission Winnow. Together, we want to promote progress and achievement while sharing real stories of struggle and success. We want to acknowledge the challenges in front of us, but we also want to pivot towards improvement and positivity.
Everything is gonna work out.
We are the dominant ones. We dunk on the world. We don't let the world dunk on us.
What?
This is one of our shirts here I want to give you. It says, dunk on the world, don't let it dunk on you.
Come on! I love that, man.
And you can put it on if
Thank
you like,
you.
if you want
Look,
to.
what? Dunk on the world. Don't let the world dunk on you.
Make sure your husband don't get that shirt either, you know. 'Cause
Well, he can't
gonna
fit in
want
that.
it.
He got
He
some
gonna
muscles.
want it.
Oh,
Oh.
my fit?
I told you.
Yes, boom. What? Now let's put it with his cardigan.
Oh,
you gotta add some
pimp it out.
fashion.
You gotta pimp it
fashion.
out now. She too much.
Hat on top cause we think excellent. Frames on straight cause I see excellent. Dress for success cause I be excellent. Everything we do.
Dunk on the world. Don't let the world dunk on you, boo.
Well, Real Talk Camp.
Yes.
That's what you want to be called,
Yes.
right? That is who you are.
That's me, man.
Yeah, that's you. That's
all
you.
the way. That
That's you.
means I ain't gonna embarrass you at all. Everybody already knows who I
no,
am.
I want you to be, be you. Let it all hang out, and we just gonna have a little conversation.
Come
So
on.
I appreciate you coming here at my home, and we sitting down talking about your life and how you got started.
Yeah.
And what I find very intriguing is that how did you become to be a minister with your personality?
isn't
Your
it crazy?
personality is all over the place. So what I think is wonderful, man.
Thank
And
you,
I think
man.
people should know your story.
Thank you. Well, I was raised United Pentecostal, UPC. I was raised in a very strict religion. And I just felt like I was always judged. I was raised, if you get divorced, you're going to hell on a slip and slide. And God's I thought he was a mean God. And I ran away at 18, got married. And it was over in 6 months. I told him every day, I don't need no man, because I was so broken. I immediately left that relationship, got broke, divorced, still in church. My daddy, a preacher in Jonesboro. And I was like the black sheep of the family. And I ran away again, married twice before I was 20. That is not popular in the church world.
Oh, no, I'm not popular in most places.
Well, man, you couldn't tell me nothing. And I really believe that when you've got something great on the inside of you, that the enemy's after you way, way before you ever can even walk. If you look back at people that have got something great going on in their life, or they walk in and they're an influencer, or they've gone through something. Anybody that is a game changer has gone through something. The enemy, because thieves don't rob empty vaults.
No, they don't.
And so the enemy was after me.
People are afraid
Yeah.
of what they don't understand.
I know it.
So they're quick to judge, come after you, and make you something that you're not. And I want to know, what was the point that your focus just kicked in, and you knew that this is the path that you're going to take, and you're going to do the best you can to be the best at it?
Well, it was after my 17-year marriage in 2006, and I literally realized that I had probably driven that man to drink. I was so broken, and I had to move back in with my mom and daddy at 36 years old with two little boys that had a crazy mom and dad that just went nuts because we were both broken. So I lost everybody. I lost all my friends, and I remember laying in bed one night, and with my mom and dad being preachers, I never heard from God. And I was always trying to be an Ann Taylor when I knew God created me to be a Betsy Johnson. And I said, if I got to lose everything and I'm going to hell, I want to come out on fire. And so I went on a 5-year journey with God. I'll never forget it. 39 years old, I was still working at Bloomingdale's, putting makeup on people. And the reason I wear these big glasses is because my eyebrows are not on fleek. Like, I still don't know how to do makeup, but I'm good at what? I just take the moment. And so God did a work in me, man. And I literally went from hating people. Like, I hated people because they had hurt me and abandoned me, and I was a victim in my own story. And I found myself in that season where I lost everything. I learned in that season, rock bottom is where I found out who the rock is at the bottom,
But you learned
which is
how
Jesus.
to be above it.
I did.
You learn how
I
to
quit letting a
stay
season in my
above-
life define
Right.
my lifetime.
You know, you kept the devil out of your life.
I did.
And once you take him out of life, there's nothing you can't
No,
accomplish.
I didn't dance with him no
Yeah,
more.
Yeah, you know, and that's a slippery slope.
Come on.
Because, you know, I went through some of the same things.
Yeah.
But you know, when you stay down and you sulk and
God,
you
it don't
always
get
say
you
why
nothing.
me,
Yes.
it don't get you nothing.
Why
it don't
not
change,
me?
and it don't change.
Don't
And so
change nothing.
It's you who can get you out of that rut.
You know what's so cool, Dominique, is now if you look at us even on social media, all of us, like I don't know why millions of people follow me, except that when you go through what we've gone through and you make it and you bounce back and your bounce back game strong,
Right.
whenever you are even not even in person, but you can just have this passion that you can't even go to
Right.
college
Well, you know
for.
the reason why they follow you is because you're a real person.
Uh-huh.
You're a real person. You tell
Can't
it like
help
it
it.
is, and
I
you're
love you.
And you're so vibrant. And
Like, I
when
like-
you send your message out there, it's that's
Dominique, I'm
special.
like, God didn't down the cross for you to be a side chick. And everybody's like, that's me.
That's why they follow you.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they
Right.
know my prayer in that
Right.
season, Dominique,
Right.
was, God, I hate people, but I know that I got to love people, so help me love people. And I started loving people, putting that makeup on them.
Mm-hmm.
One person at a time, man. I'd sit there for 45 minutes because I didn't know how to do makeup. I'd just be like, man, you so beautiful. You don't even need any makeup. What? You are, and by the time they left my chair, they felt like they could run through a troop. I got this. I got this.
You know what's amazing thing is that, you know, we often ask people about what was a moment in time in their life
Yeah.
where you thought you was going to fail,
Yeah.
but you already had your failures early.
But I felt a lot.
That you failed.
Like, I created all my storms.
And knowing your story, once you turned it around,
You couldn't go back.
you couldn't go back.
Can't go
you
back.
know? And it's like now you went on this skyrocket ride.
And I
that-
pitch myself
and
every day.
yeah. And so-
I am a little girl in Fayetteville,
Right.
Georgia that was in learning disability her whole life. Literally every day I left class to get, I did not get my hooked on phonics.
Mm-hmm.
And 5 years ago at 40 years old, Dominique, I was still at Bloomingdale's. 5 years ago, I walked out and wrote a book that went bestseller. This girl right here. You tell me that if you don't make up in your mind, I am staring at you in Barnes & Noble now.
But the thing is that it's that
Can't even put commas where they supposed to go.
But it's that confidence. It's the confidence. It's the drive that you have.
What?
You know, I'm gonna tell you, when you got that kind of confidence in yourself, there's nothing you can't accomplish.
Yeah.
You know, but you're gonna have your doubters. You're gonna have those people that's always telling
Them-
you what you
them
can't do.
haters.
Them haters. We got haters. A lot of haters.
But really,
out
they're
there.
confused fans.
But you know what? You know, if you didn't have the haters, we wouldn't be who we are.
No.
So you gotta have the haters.
You know what I used to pray? Man, I used to have haters. And I remember God said, you live so no one believes it, and I'll vindicate you. And I was like, I started praying literally, God, let me love myself the way the haters love me. Because if a hater's talking about you and you ain't even in the room, like out of sight, out of mind, but when they still love you and you ain't even in the room, that means you good. That means you got some oil on you, man.
On that ride, when you got to the top,
Yeah.
was there a time where you said, you know what, and I've had enough of it?
Heck no.
Had there ever been a time for you?
Heck no. You know what? God has opened the door for me. I preach 51 weeks out of the year. I pastor my own church. I'm going to be 47 years old this week, and I feel like I'm 20. I'm living the dream.
You know what?
I'm living the dream.
You know, I'm like that too, because I tell people all the time, and sometimes they look at me like I'm crazy. I said, I would have played the game for nothing. That's how much
Me
I
too.
loved it.
That
I
means
said,
it was
that's
your
how much
purpose.
I loved it. I said, you know, I played the game because I had a love
Yeah.
for the game. I said, all the other thing was a bonus.
Yeah.
You know, and so when you have that kind of patience, and the great ones, and the great people who would do something very special in their lives,
Yeah.
that's how they feel about
Yeah.
their craft.
My daddy used to tell me, I'll never forget it. He said, you get lost in your purpose. Find out what makes you not want to go to sleep at night, what wakes you up. And when you get that purpose, you'll never need a vacation. And loving people back to life. The girl that used to hate people. Loving people, little thumbnails all over the world is my favorite hobby on the planet.
Cool.
And I never need a vacation.
But I want to know this. Where did you get the nickname?
Real Talk Kim. Twitter.
Real Talk Kim.
Twitter gave it to me.
Really?
Yes, my name was taken. And so Twitter was like, we just recommend that you use Real Talk Kim. And I was like, oh, I don't like that, but I'll come back to it. I left it on Twitter for a whole year, went and healed. And in the process, one of my videos went viral on video where I'm going, hello, awesome. I was in a broke down knockoff Bentley. It was a 300 Chrysler. And I was sitting on, this was just 6 years ago. I was sitting on the side of the road with this thing overheating, and all I could think about was Broadway. God, you think of everything. You've given me my own smoke machine.
That's the first time I heard it put that way.
Hey, and I did a
Breakdown
video,
Billy.
and that baby boy went viral, and I put Real Talk Kim on it, hashtag, and it stuck with me. And everywhere on social media,
It
Real
fits.
Talk Kim.
It fits you.
It gives
to
me
a T.
permission, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's like, oh, that hurt me. They're just like, she only doing it because she loves us.
You know what? And the way you kind of formulate your format is that people can relate.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't relate to people who come out there and talk to them like they some politicians and
Yeah.
trying to get them to understand that they really trying to help them.
Yeah.
They really trying to motivate them, and you really can't relate.
And you
to
can
them.
tell.
You can tell.
You can tell. Like,
You can
it's
tell.
almost like going to school. Oh, I want to be a hairdresser, and your hair is fried. Or I want to be a designer, and you don't know how to do drapes. Like, it's you're born with the gift that you're supposed to do.
Exactly.
And so that's me, man. I could have went to seminary. I don't even know how I graduated. I didn't go to Bible school. But this right here, you can't pay for the passion I got. You can't pay for the passion that you got.
Let me tell you, you go to bed with this kind of passion.
Yes, I would
it's
drive
like-
everybody nuts. Hey, I watch myself on Facebook Live. I go back and watch. I'm like, dear God, you get on my nerves. Because I'm like, wow.
But it's great though. I mean, I love your personality and how you come across to people
Yeah.
that people love you.
Man, I
you
go
don't
to
have that
hell.
many. You don't have that many followers like that.
No.
If people don't care about you.
They will fight for me. Man, I'm going to tell you something. Literally, I'm a preacher, but probably out of my millions of followers, probably 75% have never, ever even known who Jesus was. And God has taken me outside the religious, I can't stand religion. And God has taken me outside of the church walls, and I'm proud about it. I used to watch them when they'd be sharing my videos, all the rappers, because God's given me Hollywood, man. He's like, they'll be like, man, this is some good shit. I'm like, yes, share that video, man. Like, they would tag it. And I was just
that's
like,
great.
thank you, God, that these people don't even know that I'm giving them hope. They don't even know it. They just see a white woman that looks like a cartoon character, and God's
Well,
using it.
You look a lot better than that. You got style, honey.
Thank
Believe
you,
me.
man.
But if what you've accomplished at
Yeah.
this point in your life, if you had to look back at your younger self,
Yeah.
what would you tell her to do differently?
I would tell her, do everything that you did, run both men off with your big mouth, go to bankruptcy at 36, do every mistake you ever made, dance on the bars, nay, because without those experiences, I wouldn't be
You
who
wouldn't
I
be
am
sitting
today.
right, exactly.
Make every mistake, but make it sooner so you could be walking this journey before
Exactly.
40.
Wow.
I went full-time ministry at 40.
Man, that's you have again just
40.
an amazing story.
And my daddy wasn't no famous preacher. Nobody handed me the platform. Nobody handed me money. Nobody handed me the book. Nobody ever wrote a book in my
but
world.
what you're doing, there's no script for that.
No, it's
You know,
God.
it's all natural. It's all natural. It's all real emotion.
Yeah.
So I'm really proud of what you
Thank you,
accomplished.
Dominique, and I'm proud of you,
Thank
man.
you. I appreciate it.
You-
We got to do more.
Come
you know
on,
what I'm
what?
saying? Yeah.
I'm in.
Real Talk Him in the Human Highlight Film. So one of the things I want to ask you, a lot of young women who inspire to be something, say they want to do some of the things that you've done,
Yeah.
you know, in the ministry world. What advice would you give them if this is a road they want to travel down?
You know, one of the questions I'm asked every week on interviews is, how do you feel about being in a man's world? Because you don't hear a whole lot of women preachers. Or I would tell you that you got to be so comfortable in your skin that you got to get to a place where you work on loving who you are so much that you don't prostitute your gift to fit into places. And so I would tell you, man, you got to know who you are so that you don't sway, so that you don't lose ground whenever somebody doesn't approve of you or celebrate you. I would tell you to learn how to celebrate yourself. Buy yourself a cake when you make a milestone. Celebrate the small things and the large things, and just stay focused, man.
And that is so true, because as the young women, you don't need someone to validate who you are. You validate
we were just
yourself.
talking about
Right.
that, me and you,
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about, you know, these people on social media that think it's so cool that all you're known for is your snatched body.
Yeah,
You know,
and-
there's
and-
so
and I
much
think
more
that's-
to you.
And I think that really hurts, especially a young woman
Yeah.
who's trying to get the respect, like you said, in a man's world a lot of times. I mean, that ain't the way to do it.
It ain't the way.
Because they only look at you one
You need
way.
to talk about that more because people, there's some women that would listen to you.
Yeah, because, I have daughters.
Yeah.
And
that's
I
a game
And I
changer.
want my daughters respected as such. So when I see, first of all, disrespect isn't respect.
No.
And a lot of young women today think disrespect is respect, and
It's not.
and they got it backwards. They got it twisted. So you got to step back and look at your life and say, look, I bring more value than that.
Oh, yeah.
Because I preach that to my daughters. I said, don't let any man tell you that you're less than who you are.
Come on.
You know,
Or make you feel like you ain't
yeah,
important.
yeah,
If they don't,
yeah, no.
they don't reach
So,
out to you, then they ain't yours.
So we have 4 books.
Yes.
Um,
I'm
you
on my
wrote-
5th one.
Well, you wrote some really interesting
Yeah,
novels.
man. Beautifully Broken.
So, what are some of the inspirational things, the message you've tried to get out there to women?
Yeah.
And that's one of the things I'm really, really intrigued about. What kind of message you're trying to send them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That it's not bad to be broken. That it's not bad to own the truth of your molestation that happened when you were a child, that you're so embarrassed of keeping those family secrets that you're protecting people that didn't even protect you.
Right.
Giving you permission to allow your mess to be someone's message. To allow yourself to allow your scars to be stars. So that's what my books are, man. My books are just, if God can do it for me, he can do it for you. But you gotta believe.
But having a bestseller, those are some of the reasons why your book is a bestseller.
it.
Because
I relate.
Because you give people real experiences.
Yeah.
And people want to be told the truth.
Yeah, and they want to know how to get out. I think we live in a society that's so quick to let you know what you need to do, and you don't even know how to do it. Like, I was raised a church kid my whole life on a church pew, a preacher's kid, and I literally would lay in bed after my divorce after 17 years and scream, "Kill him!" And I would pray for God to kill that dude with a train. Like, I wanted him to get killed with a train. I prayed specifics because I knew if he got hit with a train, no preacher could breathe life back into him. I did not know how to forgive. So I think we live in a society where we just don't know how. We want to do it. We don't want to stay broken. We don't want to stay mad. We don't want to walk around and say, I don't
But
need no mad when we want one.
They don't know how to.
We don't know how.
So,
And so I give them the
Right.
tools to get it.
And you took the words, but having someone to give them the tools
Yeah.
to learn how.
I
to
even
do
give
it.
them prayers. I give them declarations. I give them everything they need to shift their life.
So, what is your definition of dominant?
Dominant. Man, I think dominant is just a gift. I think that dominant is, I guess with me, it's just you walk into a room and you got to open your mouth. You just got the
You got
the
that
juice.
aura about you. You
Yes.
know? Yeah.
And you just bring everybody together. It is possible to live in this world and be a game changer
Well,
and not have to tell nobody.
One thing you said is very true. If you're a leader, you don't have to tell people
You ain't
you're
got
a
to tell
leader.
nobody nothing.
They know
You
it.
don't even have to talk to your haters.
They know it.
They know it.
And like for me, when you talk about the haters,
Yeah.
everybody got to have them. Everybody, when you're a leader, when you're a personality, you got to have them because it helps keep you sharp.
Yeah,
you know, keep you on your game.
They're
So,
like
hey,
sandpaper in your world.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times they right.
Yeah.
You're like, I probably should work on that.
Yeah. We have our faults.
We all do.
We have our faults.
I put your meme up yesterday that said, just be quiet and be teachable. Everybody
Mm.
needs to learn.
You know what? That's the biggest problem people have is that not willing to listen.
No accountability.
Sometimes when you're the quietest one in the room, you're pretty loudest one.
Yeah, it's the
Because
truth, man.
people listen to you.
Yeah.
People are willing to help you.
Yeah.
But you got the one that's loud all the time. He's really the quietest one in the
know
room.
it.
Because he's not very serious.
Come on, man.
So-
I love that.
So for me, I'm a very big observer of people.
Yeah.
And I try to align myself with the right people
Me
because
too.
that helps me grow.
Yeah.
So I really thank you.
I'm
proud
honored.
I'm proud of you. And
Thank you. Ditto,
Well,
man.
you for real.
Come on. Come on.
She's the real deal.